Hello and welcome to the next video where we'll be taking a look at the mechanics in Borderlands 2. In this video we're going to be taking a look at splash damage. Splash damage is a special effect for Torgue, Malawan, and E-Tech weaponry. What it does is it adds a splash damage effect to the base damage of the gun. For assault rifles it gets an additional 90% damage. This splash damage cannot crit and will also deal damage even if the actual bullet does not hit the target. Torgue pistols will get an additional 100% splash damage. Torgue shotguns will get 85% extra damage. And lastly, Torgue rocket launchers are all splash damage and cannot crit. This splash damage is boosted by grenade damage, except for the rocket launcher. It is boosted only by rocket launcher damage and gun damage. One final thing to note is that there are two different types of assault rifles. If you notice the difference between these two, they have two different barrels. This is the one you need to watch out for. This changes your gun into a rocket launcher and does not get any splash damage. It also deals very little damage, uses a lot of ammo, and generally you should just avoid this particular barrel. Now let's take a look at Malawan weaponry. This is the pistol, SMG, sniper, and rocket launcher. Malawan pistols will get an additional 80% damage. Malawan SMGs will not receive any bonus damage at all, and will just do their base damage. There is one exception to this, that unique SMGs, such as Miss Moxie's SMGs, they will also receive splash damage, as well as the Hellfire SMG. The Malawan snipers will receive 50% additional damage. And finally, there's the Malawan rocket launcher. This is a bit unique. Instead of actually adding damage, it subtracts 25% of the base damage and adds it as splash damage. Also, you can absorb it and it will kill you. It has a very large radius. Typically, you should avoid Malawan launchers and just stick with other brands. And lastly, let's go over the E-Tech weapons. This is the SMG and the rocket launcher. All E-Tech SMGs and rocket launchers will either spawn with shock, fire, caustic, or slag. You cannot legitimately find these in non-elemental or explosive variants. The SMG will receive an additional 50% damage, and the rocket launcher will receive an additional 40% damage of its base damage. One last thing to note about the rocket launcher is that its splash damage is huge, and that even though it seems like it's hitting you, it's not actually going to hurt you. If you use absorption shields like the Sham, the splash damage is considered a rocket and you will absorb it and give you ammo. However, if you are hit by the initial blast, you will still down yourself. In the next video, I will be going over critical hits and the hidden multipliers that the Jacob's weapons have. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.